So if you would have seen me fancy little intro, we're at the former site of Clockface Country, not to be mistaken with Sutton Manor Colliery, the two different places. So I get the right words out. I've not done a script. Whoops. So it might be a few and are not allowed. So tell me off in the comments every time I say except them 2 times. So we're going to change it up from the last usual style of videos I was doing. It's still going to be a bit of me talking, but not as much of me talking. First not allowed. So Clockface Country Park, and I've brought the bike with me and nowhere to chain it up. So that's going to have to be that's going to have to go in the backpack, a chain for the bike. Anyway, less about that. So from what I've just read on this board, which I'll get up on you'll see it in the beginning montage. It will be there, I promise. I did it again. So Clockface Country Park is a country park, obviously. It sits on the site of Clockface Country, the old Clockface Country, and you could say it's got it was a slag pile, a massive spoil pile, basically. Up until the 1990s, it consists of 57 acres. See, this is what helps when you've got a piece of information in front of you can read, called script. Remember it for next time, don't be lazy. So Clockface Country Park lies on a former colliery site that dates back to the early 1890s. This is just lazy reading over someone's work, but we'll do that. The colliery took its name from the local Clockface Inn and Clockface Road, which was situated in Sutton. Now the area is called Clockface, perhaps a legacy of the former colliery's presence at the time. Clockface Colliery was originally owned by the Baldall Estate Company, who first registered as a company on the 29th of July 1893 with a capital of £200,000. Its directors included 2 millers, a ship owner, a sugar refiner, and St Helens' own Colonel David Gamble, who is noted for donating the Gamble Institute and many other things. He was the mayor of St Helens and many other things. Institute to the town. So he donated that institute and many other things. He had a church built too. St Mark's, was it? So David Gamble Institute, had the institute built in St Helens Town Centre for the 3rd time, which is now perhaps known as Central Library. At its peak, the colliery was producing 160 tonnes of coal per annually, and employed about 700 people. However, in 1965, the National Coal Board and the owners declared the colliery uneconomical due to its geological difficulties and closed the site the following year. It probably had something to do with bald cholera and Sutton Manor cholera. Following the closure, many thousands of gallons of high-quality water continued to pump from the underground chambers, which supplemented the local area's drinking water. So yeah, you were drinking water from mines for a couple of years. Doesn't sound too healthy, does it? You had literal water coming out of mines, and then we were drinking it. Taster. Was used, and it was also pumped into Sutton Manor Colliery for coal washing purposes, and probably was used for coal washing purposes on this site too. In the 1990s, the site was transformed into a 57-acre country park with a network of footpaths, compartments of coniferous and deciduous woodland, a seasonal meadow, wetland areas, and numerous ponds suited for aquatic life and angling purposes. So there is a pond. Well, I've got as a montage video there, so that's the pond. And it's Clockface Anglers Club who acquired it. Let me just give me a second. I'll find out the name of I'll rewatch the video, find out the name, and it'll come up on screen here somewhere. So I'm pretty sure this has the same information as the board down on the bottom, which you've already got videos and photos of, but now you've got me talking to. Natural history. Let's have a look. The site is now a haven for a rich variety of diverse flora and fauna, with compartments of deciduous. See, sorry about that. I don't know that word. I'll ask my intelligent friend what that means. Woodland containing native tree species such as oak, wild cherry, silver birch, swathes of native wildflowers are found in abundance on the meadow areas and woodland rides, with species such as purple loosestrife, early marsh, spotted orchard, ragged robin, odd in splash of colour in season. Birds of prey provide regular sightings, with kestrel often seen hovering over the... Well, that's pretty common in St Helens. If you look to the skies often enough, I promise you'll see a kestrel, or you'll see a buzzard, or you'll see a hawk or something. You will see these birds of prey in St Helens. And that leads me straight on to a very valid point, which was a bit of a ramble. So, when people say there's nothing that St Helens offers, well, this proves very much wrong. Like, you're looking at St Helens as the town of St Helens. But you have a look around the town of St Helens and you look between the buildings, you look away from the mayhem or whatever you want to call it, and you'll find places like this. And that's going to be a point of my videos, is coming out to places like this, saying, well, yeah, the town's doom and gloom, but with online shopping and everything, do we really, if that's what they're pushing on, is for everyone to go online shopping, well, we've got more time to enjoy places like this. And St Helens is full of them. Clockface Country Park's just one of them, and I could name many. And this here, the Bold Forest Park Initiative. So you have a look how big Bold as an area is, and all the little woodlands and stuff, they manage all of them, including in Burton Wood, up this way towards St Helens Junction with what do you call it now? St Helens Junction, Bold Colliery, Collier's Moss. And there's just so much to do on our front doorstep, and it's a beautiful day to get around a place like this. So I'll see what I can find in the trees and stuff and in the woodlands, and I'll just walk around. Genuinely, I'm trying to cover, you've had 8 minutes, so I'm trying to cover about 20 minutes, and that's it. So the next, say, 10 minutes is just going to be scenery and walking around and seeing what we see. I'll see you a bit further up the road. Oh, that way. I think it takes you to Griffin Woods, and then if we're going to do a little lap this way, and then that path I've just taken, I'll show you how to get on. The video might be jumpy, so it'll fade out, and then it'll fade back in at the top of the path, because it saves walking and showing you very much little. I mean, the meadows are quite nice, so there's a lot of this going on. What is that mysterious and clicking sound? It's the Pinkquisition. So this top path, it just goes in a big circle, and I would walk you all around it and show you. We've got Fiddler's Ferry coming up here, so we'll stop here because this is a lovely viewing point. Well, it would have been. Stop here. Just see how that video came out. Well, there's this path that comes straight from the car park. So if you come straight from the car park up this hill, you can go that way on a loop. There's some forestry. You can walk around the forestry here. And if you go down here, which that's the way we're going to go now, we're going to go on an excursion. So we're going to go this way. My imagination's telling me that takes me to Hall Lane and Griffin Wood. We'll go and have a look at some graffiti from soldiers or men who were stationed at RAF Burton Wood, I think. If you wanted to follow this path here, you get a brilliant viewing point of Fiddler's Ferry over there too. That's where we stopped the bike, over there on that bench. It's just in there. There's not a bad viewing point for Fiddler's Ferry too when it gets blew up, but we're going down the hill. It brings you out on Hall Lane, and this is a lovely walk. You see what's left of Bold Hall and the old brickwork down here, the old perimeter wall for Bold, or Bold House. Or you can walk straight down here and look over the high wall up down there. You see the old Victorian gardens. They were ordered to put it back together, as far as I'm aware. It was in a state of disrepair. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for today. I'm going to ride up here, and it'll bring me out on Gorsey Lane, and then I'll ride home. So thanks for watching. I don't know how this is going to turn out, because it's been a long time for editing videos and trying to go at it from a different angle. I need to bring into mention you can get to Sutton Manor Colliery from there, and I can't be sure, so I'll have to go and do some mapping, but using the old Runcorn Gap line, that'll take you straight from Widnes from back there. I could be wrong though, I could be on about Sutton Manor Country Park. But anyway, thanks for watching the video. If it's the first time watching, big thank you that you've listened. The main point is I'll be trying to hit a new country park in St Helens every week. So people of Sutton, you've got all these country parks on your doorstep. I'd just suggest go get around them. There's a lot of development going on in the country parks that you won't see. A lot of work goes into them. You got the Mersey Forests involved, Bold Forest Initiative. You've got the St Helens Council Rangers, Bold, I forget the name, Bold Parish Council, the Moss Fairies. I'll do some more digging on everyone's names and stuff, but all these people in organisations and all come together to keep these places clean, nice. I've been over there and there's plenty of accessibility, plenty of benches, plenty of nice places to sit that's not been burnt out, and I've got to give whoever's looking after that place so well done. Like, I've seen one damaged bench, nothing burnt out, and nothing's damaged. I'm just a bit gobsmacked with the place. It was a very nice place to be, right on our doorsteps too. So yeah, I'll put what I can together from what I've got, and the next one will be Sutton Manor Colliery, and we'll go deep into that one. We'll do a deep dive. So we didn't do much history on that place other than what I read on the board. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Hit like and subscribe if you like and want to see more. Subscribe, and you can leave a comment, send me places locally too, and I'll go do a video around there. So yeah, I'll see you on the next one. That way to Clockface Country Park.